Brodes Media.
Swinging a fly ball deep to left field. Going back is Stowers. Back to the wall. Gone! Grand slam! Kyle Schwarber, the 7th of his career, and the Phillies take the lead.
I got the damn chills. I got the chills. Wow. Did Kyle Schwarber just save the season? We'll find out. This one game isn't going to tell me what I need. But damn it, does it feel good. They were down 3-0 with Tyler Phillips to start the game. As soon as they started to crack back into it, make it a one-run ball game again, the Marlins score a couple of runs, and now it's a 3-run deficit again. Rojas is throwing the ball to third base, which is allowing a runner to advance, playing stupid baseball, dumb, stupid baseball. Until the leader of the clubhouse, Kyle Schwarber, walked up to the dish with bases loaded and decides to hit a nuke the other fucking way. Did you hear that, crowd? I haven't heard CBP pop like that since 1962. We desperately needed it. And the crazy part about it is the score was 6-5. But didn't the energy feel as if it was, I don't know, 100-5? Even with Ruiz in the game, cleaning up the Tyler Phillips traffic. It's a huge inning. Strom, Hoffman, after allowing a leadoff single, gets a couple of punchies. Alvarado working out of some traffic as well. And then Estevez, no sweat. Now, he was able to get some run support. They tacked on a lot of runs in the 7th. Hallelujah. And there were a lot of players that got multi-hit days. So what we need this to do is actually become what the team is. And not just be a random game that you win because, yeah, you'll beat the Marlins once in a blue moon. More than once in a blue moon. But you get my point. You finally win a game even when you're through a slump. They were 7-16, so they did win 7 games. Was this just one of the ones that you fall into with a dub because the Marlins are 30 games under 500? Or is Bryson Stott actually a player? Is Brandon Marsh actually someone who can make contact? His one at-bat today made me sick. Swing the bat! Even Crucky and McCarthy didn't even know what to say because they were so dumbfounded. He eventually strung together a couple of hits. I just hope they can actually reflect, get back to who they're supposed to be, and we can watch a fun performance the rest of the way. I cannot believe they won this game. They've been getting abused. They've been getting destroyed. And not only did they take the lead, but when they did, they didn't give it back. Especially with Ruiz and, picking his number. Saying, here's your time. We need you. And for the Marlins to strand runners, if they tied it up 6-6 within a second, oh, man. I'd have to listen to a bunch of people boo as loud as hell, which actually I would think would be great. and needed. Who was that clown who was in the box and on the broadcast booth who won his stupid little thing and he constantly always wins? Trying to tell me that I can't go boo people? Trying to tell me what I have to do? Yo, Raj. I believe his name was Roger. Yo, Raj. Shut up. The team has been playing like piss. I'm going to let them know it. And when Kyle hits a grand slam, I'm going to let him know it too, that's beautiful. We may go streaking if I can't fall asleep tonight. You might turn on the news tomorrow. Crazy son of a bitch nude in South Jersey. Screaming SCHWARBE'S down Delsey Drive. What do you want me to do? That was fantastic. I lost my mind. Do you think, switching gears here from me running around nude, do you think there was a team meeting? I do. Rob pregame mentioned that what stays in the clubhouse stays with the clubhouse. So that's his policy, and he's not going to speak on it. John Foley of PHLY said it was taking a little bit of time for the fellas to get out onto the field, to get their pregame work in, and he alluded to potentially the guys meeting in the clubhouse. Nick Castellanos was asked about it, and he said, what? There was a meeting? I must have missed it. Now, to me, that sounds very sarcastic. Yeah, you guys did probably sit around and air some stuff out because you needed to. And that's why it was so clutch to win this game. Because if you lose the day of the meeting, there's not much recovery that happens, especially to a bad Marlins team. That means you flatlined. So for them to battle adversity, to go down a few runs a couple of times in this game and still have the response, and Kyle doing it is big too. For it to be Kyle. A lot of people contributed though. Rojas and his speed getting on base, as I allude to with Marsh and Stock getting a couple hits. JT tacked on a couple hits of his own as well. Rob mixed up the lineup. More on that in a second. So a lot of the guys delivered. But for Kyle to have the wow factor moment, when we're looking for someone to make a loud statement, for someone to take over, for someone to be the voice of reason and then actually accomplish what you set yourself out to do, who is it? It's no surprise that it's Kyle. But it finally landed. Here's what I would have made the lineup. So my personal opinion, Rob didn't shake it up too much, although I do like the idea of Sosa being in over Trey. And now publicly, Rob Thompson made it seem like this was an off day for him. We just want to let him reset, work on his swing. It's not that serious, that type of thing. I wanted Rob to criticize Trey a little bit more publicly just because I want urgency to be kicked in. So I tweeted out the fact that I wanted Rob to say, Trey's benched for his bad defense yesterday and his unwillingness to run hard and try to beat out a ground ball. That doesn't sit right with me. We need the team to play right now with some gas, with some fire. We need more gasoline. They're running out of fuel, and what Trey did was unacceptable, and the team needs to know that. What's wrong with that? I got blasted on Twitter. Oh, I'm sorry for being too mean. Oh, I can't hurt Trey's feelings. What I said was outrageous, and you'll lose him. Well, I don't have him now. I don't have him now. Lose him? He's lost himself at the plate. He's already been lost. Come on. You're telling me we have to tiptoe around these pros? That they can't handle a little roughness? Anyway, it doesn't hit the same way if Trey is just having an off day because he's not finding himself offensively enough right now. The only way I like it from Rob's standpoint is if that's just what he's telling us, and then behind the scenes, he does rip Trey, or he does let the team know that we have to kick it into gear. We're not BSing anymore. Enough is enough. And then he'll sell you a different image publicly just because he wants to keep that behind closed doors. And I did speak to some who are kind of close to the Phillies organization. Not kind of, they are. And they say Rob does have fire in him. And he's not the same person as he is with the press conferences. Sometimes that's all I can go off of, though. But I have heard whisper down the lane that he is someone who will snap. It might not be as much as some of us would like, but it is in there. And maybe this is an example, and I'm only speculating, of when the world thinks Trey's understanding that it's just a random day off to help him out. But reality is, they all know.